This is what happened to the last student that didn't pass that biology exam. I'm feeling in better shape than this fella. These facilities are like brand spanking new. Well, as public transport goes, I reckon you're going to find it hard to find a university in Australia that's closer to public transport than this. It's literally right on the platform. G'day and welcome to Choosing Your Uni. I'm Rob Malicki, and today I'm doing something that I've never done before, but I'm quite excited about. I'm visiting ACU's campus here at Blacktown. This is one of the newer campuses for the Australian Catholic University. It was opened in 2021. It's got a couple of really great specialisations, and what I love is that it's really integrated right here in the heart of Blacktown City. As you can see, train station's right there, so a bit hard to think of there being a university any closer to public transport. Let's go and check out ACU Blacktown. How good is this?
Yeah, it's awesome.
There are about 1,700 to 2,000 students at ACU Blacktown at time of filming, and those students are split across this main space right here in the middle of the city, as well as Cath West, which is a facility used for nutrition, and the Blacktown Exercise Science and Technology Hub. But it's kind of peak hour here right now. Students everywhere waiting for the lift. This instantly feels familiar to me because at the North Sydney campus, in fact, I've been to a number of the ACU campuses now, and this is a brand that I've seen all over the place. It's called The Track, and this is one of the social spaces for students organised by ACU Sport, and this is one of the cool hangout places for students. So regardless of which campus you're on, you're going to find a space like this on pretty much every campus, and this one looks pretty nice. Ping pong tables, basketball, can't complain about that. Health sciences is one of the areas that ACU is really well known for, so nursing is here at Blacktown, as is midwifery. So midwifery is now exclusively taught here at the Blacktown facility. I can see why. You want to have some of the best facilities available to your students, so a good idea to move it out here. This is one of these specialised midwifery simulation laboratories. A lot of cool equipment in here. If that's your drive, this is a great place to come study it, I reckon. Once again, state of the art, awesome condition. This is one of the first year nursing labs. I've got to say, I've seen facilities like this all over the country. This is in really, really good condition and to be expected to some extent. Like, it's a new facility, state-of-the-art equipment. Interestingly, so one of the colleagues here at ACU was just pointing out, these are the first year dummies because you can see it does a lot of stuff, but as you go higher up through nursing, of course, the equipment that you work on becomes a lot more sophisticated. So whereas this moaned and groaned at me, one of the more sophisticated dummies for advanced students might move its arms about and things like that. Just another thing that you're constantly learning when you're going around the university. Now, I told you that there are different types of simulation equipment, and here's the more advanced version. That's looking a little bit scarily lifelike. Respect to the nurses out there. I love what you do, and thank you. This is like the library study space here at Blacktown. That's why I'm speaking quietly. But I really like it. It's very modern. Love the open ceilings, but very light and airy. You know, when you're deep in study and you're trying to concentrate, one of the best things for you is to get some natural sunlight. And here, windows the whole way around. A few little study spaces for students who are able to book if they're working on group work together. Otherwise, just a good place for you to put your head down and get some work done. This is the kind of classroom that I would love to have, just heaps of natural light, plenty of spaces for you to be able to sit around and collaborate with your colleagues while you're learning something interesting. Or an interesting human being teaching you things. Actually, while we're here, let's talk about what ACU teaches here at Blacktown in terms of disciplines, because essentially four main areas. You've got the health sciences, so we've had a look at nursing and midwifery, law, of course, criminal justice, those sides of things, education, so looking at primary education, early childhood as well, and finally, exercise and sports sciences is here too, and we're going to have a look at that specific facility a little bit later on. This is something that I haven't seen on any other university campus, but ACU has it on every campus. Culturally sensitive space for First Nations students here at ACU, and this is the Yalbalinga Indigenous Higher Education Unit. Most institutions are really dedicated to recognising and supporting First Nations students, but this is the first time I've seen an actually culturally sensitive space, so respect to ACU for walking the walk on Indigenous equality and support. Let's talk about some of the special admissions programs here at ACU. Firstly, for First Nations students, you've got the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander admissions process, which is a special process where students are able to get admission to university via an interview and a few other steps, as opposed to just the traditional ATAR pathway. In addition to that, students from other equity backgrounds have got the opportunity to take the Step Up into Uni program, which starts in year 11 and will give students access to courses here at ACU. And if they pass the first course, they pass the second course, they can actually get an early offer into ACU. So that's a pretty cool opportunity as well. Also for Indigenous students, there's a great program which is called Away from Base, which is essentially the opportunity for them to take courses while they're still at home on country, but to come to ACU to do intensive blocks of courses. So that allows Indigenous students, First Nations students, to spend more of their time on country and coming to here to do those intensive blocks. The other one that I wanted to talk about was the foundation program here at ACU, which for local domestic students is actually a free program to help those students that might not have finished year 12 or might not have an appropriate background to go straight into university. I did a bit of reading on this and I absolutely love this program, and I'll drop in a link with more information for you down in the description below because it's a fantastic opportunity. The last pathway program I wanted to talk about was the Veterans Entry Program, which is an amazing opportunity for those people who've served in the military. And first and foremost, thank you for your service, because our country needs you and I'm really grateful for it. But for those people who are transitioning out of the military, not just for the service men and women themselves, but also for their families, to have an easier run through into university as they transition out of the military. And that program's for current and former military personnel, servicemen and women. So once again, to ACU, respect for supporting those equity and diversity groups of students and to always supporting the community. I love that about this institution. Well, I've had a great visit here at ACU Blacktown. Awesome option for the right sort of student. So you can check out more about ACU Blacktown and all the ACU campuses on the Choosing Your Uni platform, choosingyouruni.com. I'm Rob Malicki. Have yourself an awesome day. Bye.